Stans is one of the most toxic people to have ever existed in the world of gaming. Trust me, online this guy is ruthless, he'll gonna rain all kinds of hell on you. But Pranav is the guy who has a lot of stories to tell and a lot of things he wants to get off his chest, and he has done the latter in this episode. And well, this episode is quite entertaining, it is very informative, and plus it is very fun. Trust me, the episode has a lot of entertainment packed for you, because we recorded this episode twice, and the second time when we recorded this thing, we were laughing our asses off. Although I have edited a lot of things out because they were just, kind of footage kha rahe the. So, anyways, let's just get into the episode. And I hope if you enjoy this episode or if you enjoy the podcast, please just share this podcast with other people as well. This podcast is also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Google Podcasts. Anyways, let's just get into the episode. Sorry for the delay. Right into the episode, I have my friend Pranav on the show today. हमारा second guest है my friend Stans, also known as Pranav. But in this video, we're gonna try to get out Pranav. यहाँ पे हम लोग को थोड़ा सा I know Stans more than I know Pranav, क्योंकि basically हम दोनों games खेलते हैं Discord पे है, तो काफ़ी बार हम लोग, तो I know the Stan side of him, but Pranav side जो है काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें अभी तक मुझे मालूम नहीं है. I mean, तो he's gonna kind of get that side outside today, and थोड़ा सा उसको हम लोग आज explore करेंगे. Not in a creepy way, but in a friendly kind
Holy
of way.
shit.
So yeah, so let's just dive into the episode. So okay bro, तेरा सा मेरे को थोड़ा सा introduction दे दे जो हमने. By the way, this is our second take because पहले वाले में audio take पूरा हमारा messed up.
You're so messed up, bhai.
So इसलिए थोड़ा सा अगर हम लोग हंस रहे हैं तो just please bear with us because it is our second take और हम ये सब चीज़ already कर चुके हैं. So bro, थोड़ा सा अपना introduction दे दे. यार कहाँ पे तू रहता है, तेरा past life, थोड़ा सा just एक normal brief introduction.
Yeah, so what's up, guys? My name is Pranav, aka Stans, and I used to live in Delhi a few years ago, and I've shifted to Haryana, and yeah, I play video games, and that's all I do. Honestly, that's all there is in my life right now. So yeah, ये ले भाई introduction.
Yes sir, कुछ ज़्यादा ही brief introduction है, but ठीक है, no problems, no issues. हम लोग बात करते करते उसकी identity थोड़ा बाहर लेके आएंगे.
Yes, sir.
So yeah bro, सबसे पहली बात, so first segment जो हमारा मेरे podcast का होता है, that is उसमें है I want to know about your COVID life. तो immediate changes क्या थे COVID के तेरे पे?
Immediate changes in COVID, of course, like पहली बात, whatever friends you had, like इतना contact नहीं था उनसे. You really, like, I used to cut them off, like not as in intentionally, but unintentionally. धीरे धीरे I stopped talking to them and all, and वो अपने आप होता है, you can't force it, right? So first of all, like my interaction with friends and like overall, like literally anyone, I didn't used to interact with anyone that much. I just used to do my stuff, like I just went in, opened my PC, played games and stuff, and then did my work, whatever I had to do, like थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ाई वढ़ाई and all, because the 12th standard, I was in 12th standard when COVID first started, and that's all it was, honestly. So yeah, it was pretty boring, but yeah, it was kind of okay-ish because school नहीं जाना पड़ता था, and that's kind of cool.
Definitely. Okay bro, तो तेरा उस टाइम पे तो next segment also is mentality. तो तेरा mentality shift में क्या था, मतलब वो चीज़ तेरा mentality before lockdown, post lockdown, उसमें shift क्या था, changes क्या थे?
Okay, so before lockdown, of course, I was like quite gloomy because I didn't interact with people much, and plus because of my consequences as well, whatever I did, उनके भी you have consequences for stuff you do, and I did some pretty messed up stuff. So after that, I used to like interact not that much, so I was pretty gloomy. थोड़ा सा like actual में like I felt a bit depressed because I literally had no friends. Like online भी and offline, I didn't used to talk to them because they were all maybe busy or something, but it's just धीरे धीरे I cut them off. So it was pretty messed up at first, but then धीरे धीरे I used to play games and all, and I started grinding. So yeah, I found a meaning in that, and धीरे धीरे I made friends with you. Like you are also one of them. Like Mayank हो गया, and then there are a lot of people I started interacting with. So yeah, it has helped me a lot as well. Like धीरे धीरे I kind of turned it into like, that I actually need to try and interact into people. So yeah, I've kind of improved, you can say.
Okay. So I just want to give a small story हम कैसे मैं उसको मिला. So like हम सब लोग ऐसे so basically social media is all about socializing with people you don't know. And Pranav वो aka Stans is one of those people जिसको मैं online मिला और हम लोग Discord पे ही मिले. So our mutual friend वो Valorant खेला था and these guys met each other. Destiny happened. They fell in love. I met them on Discord. एंड प्रणव ने अपनी पूरी कहानी मुझे आधे घंटे में बता दी. सो या सो ठीक है, दैट इज हाउ वी मेट. सो नेक्स्ट मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट सेगमेंट. तो जैसे तूने बोला कि देयर इज ऑलवेज कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस ऑफ योर एक्शंस. तो व्हाट वर दिस मिस्टेक जो तूने उस टाइम पे किए जिसका तू आज रिग्रेट करता है एंड जिससे मे बी तूने उन मिस्टेक्स पे वर्क किया है या तू कर रहा है. तो वो क्या है जो तूने जिस पे तू कर रहा है.
Honestly, I'm working on like, being observant and stuff, like, listening to people and all, because sometimes I just don't listen to other people's problems. It's more like कि मैं अपनी problems को outweigh करता हूँ बहुत ज़्यादा and all. Like, yeah, I do, like, I do listen to people who I actually care about. Honestly, I do listen to them and all, but it somehow, like, if it's your enemy or something, I don't really care about them. I just, like, disregard them ki like they don't have feelings or something. So I think I need to work on that. I just need to develop ki yeah, they are human beings as well, so I shouldn't go all out with them. It's just like I should just keep it as everyone else and live like a normal person, rather than just hurting everyone who comes in my way. So yeah, it is what it is. Bye. I need to become more observant and, like, start to listening to other people's problems as well, ki what they actually go through and stuff, so that I can help them.
Okay. So okay, moving on to the next segment. अभी थोड़ा सा I just want to know about your gaming life. ठीक है. तो how did gaming happen for you? उसका मतलब उस पे so हम लोग basically ये पिछले 2-3 सालों में all we have been focusing is on the negative sides of things, being all that emo phase and emo boy phase. Obviously तू तो सबसे बड़ा emo boy है, but अभी हम लोग उस पे
I
नहीं जाएंगे.
pretend to be like that, bro.
I know you pretend to be that, but it's just something that you have made for yourself. तो हम लोग उस पर कुछ बोल नहीं सकते. Anyways, so I just want to know about your gaming. मतलब तेरा कैसे चालू हुआ and how has it affected you positively?
Okay, so, like, as you know, whenever you play video games and stuff, you interact with people, right? Whenever you play a multiplayer game, suppose, think about it. Like, you interact with people, it's a team game, basically. Valorant and Counter-Strike, these all are team games, right? So it has helped me, bring out the real side of me. Like, honestly, this is the real Pranav. Like, whenever, if I play a game, something, I'm not faking that shit. If I'm being toxic, that is because I am Pranav and stuff. And honestly, IRL, I'm completely fake. Like, it's just like I pretend to be like, okay, I'm a really fucking quiet ass
So
guy.
basically तू एक studio gangster है.
Yeah.
Love all that. No problem. So obviously ये सबका ऐसा होता है. So what are your favorite games, dude?
Of course, I don't talk about Valorant. Okay, Valorant fucking sucks. First of all, Valorant sucks. Counter Strike, of course. Now I recently started playing Overwatch and all, and of course story mode में Batman Arkham Asylum, the gold.
Batman is and like Batman anthology is like the best anthology to have ever existed. तो इसलिए मेरा और प्रणव का मेनली हम लोग का जिस चीज़ पे काइंड ऑफ बॉन्ड हुआ या बात सबसे ज़्यादा हुआ, दैट वाज बिकॉज ऑफ दिस गेम सीरीज. सो मेरे को एक चीज़ पूछना है विथ मी, ठीक है.
Yeah.
मेरे साथ में कैसा हुआ था, आई गेट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय डार्क पर्सनैलिटी सुपर हीरोज अ लॉट. एंड डार्क सुपर हीरोज मतलब सबसे पहला नाम आता है डार्क एज एन एंटी हीरो काइंड ऑफ एक पर्सनैलिटी जो रखते हैं, जिन पे who may be एंटी हीरोज कौन रहते हैं बेसिकली, जो काइंड ऑफ एक विलनस वाइब देते हैं, बट
Yes.
दे आर हीरोज एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. एंड डार्क कैरेक्टर्स स्पेशली लाइक क्रेटोस, बैटमैन, फिर
Batman.
एडन पियर्स, फिर कितने सारे, मतलब अभी मैं एक करके मेरे को गिनाते रहा हूँ तो बहुत लंबी लिस्ट है. तो ये तीन मेनली मेरे दिमाग में सबसे ज़्यादा होते हैं. And Batman is like one of those characters who has influenced me a lot. ठीक है, मतलब मुझे 2 साल लगे थे उस फेज में से बाहर आने के लिए, पूरा बैटमैन फेज से, बिकॉज आई यूज टू थिंक लाइक बैटमैन, मेरे दिमाग में पूरा टाइम ऐसा एकदम, आई मीन आई वॉज वे टू इन्फ्लुएंस्ड बाय.
I'm in your that phase right now. Get my point? I'm influenced by Batman and stuff. So yeah, मेरा भी वही same phase चल रहा है which you were going through as well.
आई मीन मैं, मेरे को 2 साल लगा उसमें से निकलने के लिए, तो तेरा अभी वो फेज लग रहा है. ओके, मेरे को लगा तेरा तू उसमें से जा चुका रहेगा, बट ठीक है. इफ आई मीन जस्ट आई जस्ट वांट टू टेल यू कि उस फेज में से निकलना भाई बहुत मुश्किल होता है. Because
True.
वो फुल डिटेक्टिव डार्क माइंडसेट में जब तुम लोग घुस जाते हो ना, व्हेन यू बिकम अ डाई हार्ड बैटमैन फैन, इट्स जस्ट सो फकिंग डिफिकल्ट टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट. मेरे को मतलब आई मीन मेरा तो इतना माइंड ये हो गया था ना भाई, मेरे को माइंड फकअप इतना ज़्यादा हुआ था मेरा कि बस कभी नहीं.
It's kind of intense though, not gonna lie. वो चीज़ बहुत intense लगती है भाई.
हाँ मैन, इट्स जस्ट ट्रबल्स यू अ लॉट. आई मीन बट मैं को ये बोलूँगा, जब when you come out of that phase, right, it is always very good, because वो phase जो तुम्हारा वो dark Batman phase होता है ना, I mean this phase, I think only Batman fans can relate to this phase. When you come out of that phase, I just want to tell you, everything is just clear to you. Life just becomes very clear to you. That is what I want to say. Okay, हम लोग काफ़ी लंबा खींचा
Off
चुके हैं
topic चली.
थोड़ा सा. हाँ, तो let's just get back to the main topic. So moving on to the next segment. तेरा जो तूने बोला कि मिस्टेक्स जो तूने किए कि you did not listen to your parents sometimes, तूने enemies को as such ऐसा treat किया जैसे कि मतलब you did not consider them as humans, and you did not, well, I mean obviously you did consider them as humans, but you did not care much about their emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
Happened to me as well. तो तेरा उसके बाद में कैरेक्टर क्या फोर्ज हुआ है, जब कैरेक्टर फोर्जिंग मतलब एज एन तेरा आज करंट प्रणव कैसे सोचता है, या कैसे, हाउ डज करंट प्रणव थिंक अबाउट थिंग्स नाउ, व्हाट इज हिज आउटलुक टुवर्ड्स लाइफ, नजरिया.
Honestly, you might still call me like really greedy because yeah, it is what it is. I am like quite greedy to stuff when it comes to self-worth now. Back in then, like I tried to become selfless and all because like मेरे को लगा था कि I should become more listening and observant. So I used to didn't care about myself as such, and I used to like listen to my loved ones a lot, and I tried my best, man. I worked my ass off for them. Okay, so this is what I did, and I slowly realized कि yeah, I don't have any worth for myself, so I at least need to work on myself first. तभी जाके मैं right state of mind में आके दूसरों की help कर पाऊँगा ना. अगर मैं खुद अच्छे phase में नहीं हूँ, then honestly it's not gonna do good to anyone else either. So let's just work on ourselves first. So that's what I'm doing right now.
मेंटल हेल्थ जो है, हमने मेंटालिटी की बात किया, बट मेंटल हेल्थ, सो हाउ वाज योर मेंटल पोस्ट लॉकडाउन मेंटल हेल्थ में क्या डिफरेंस है, एंड प्री लॉकडाउन या while being in the lockdown तेरा कैसा था मेंटल हेल्थ?
So while being in a lockdown, honestly, like when it first started, I thought it was like really good कि like मेरे को school वूल जाना नहीं पड़ता and stuff. I don't really have to talk to much people. Like I was too much in my comfort zone and all. So what are we gonna talk about? Are you talking about my ex or something? Huh?
In your entire emo boy phase kind of thing,
It wasn't honestly. Yeah, it was. You can say I was genuinely depressed at that time, and it was because like past trauma and stuff which I cannot of course reveal because it's like way too personal to me, and I think you know about it. I told you about that. So
obviously I won't be forcing you to, I definitely won't be forcing you to reveal anything which is way too personal. Obviously I get it, privacy is the most important thing. So तेरा depression है, are you out of it? Are you still, or do you still feel that you are in that zone, or maybe you are close to getting out of it?
I'm out. I'm pretty much out of it, honestly. You can say like 80%. You can say in percentage. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, 80%. I'm almost out of it. You can say like I'm working on myself and stuff. अब तुम सब honestly even you can observe कि like I'm putting myself like out of the comfort zone, and I'm working on myself each and every day to become a better person. So honestly, I'm really close to getting out of it, and I think I will actually.
Okay, so I mean I don't want to pry or something, but can you just describe your depression a bit? मतलब what exactly was the factor? अगर I mean personal रहेगा बहुत ज़्यादा factor तो it's okay. But can you just describe overview कर सकते हैं तेरा depression का? Because I think it will, I mean because topics like depression are something that these guys need to listen to. You know how
Yeah, I
you
understand.
get through it and just get out of it. तो वो
So it's obvious, like, there are women that go through trauma. Okay, there are men who go through trauma as well, and same. So was I was honestly, like, as I told you earlier stages pe, when I was a child, like when I was 14 or 15, I didn't really care that much. So people basically kind of started ignoring me and stuff, and then there was this girl who I started talking to, get my point, in my tuition and stuff. So yeah, there were a few people who actually hated that stuff, that, oh my god, this guy is talking to a girl, oh, that's gonna that he's so cool, wow, English bolta hai. That's all it was. Okay, so yeah, they beat the fucking shit out of me. So it was like pretty bad for me, and at that time I was like, everyone, like literally even my relatives a little bit are involved in this, because I did some stupid stuff. I know uski consequences kya the, but it's just I can't look at them at the face anymore. It's just I know that I was a kid back then, I was immature, but it was just like ab nahi hoti wo cheez. It's just, what I did wrong, uska guilt still kills me to this day. And back then jo like stuff हुआ था मेरे साथ, like, completely being disregarded, like people didn't even, like, look back at me, like जितनी भी लड़ाई वड़ाई हुई थी and stuff, उसके बाद से like no one like actually called me except one or two people, and those are the people who are still with me right now. But it's just so bad ki, like, people change around and stuff, and that's the reason ki, like, I actually came into this phase ki, like, bro, it's out of it, bro. अब मेरे से handle नहीं होगा ये सब stuff. I can't go outside. I'm so scared. Like, for no reason I get beaten up like fucking shit. I didn't even do anything. So yeah, वही चीज़ धीरे धीरे मेरे को human interaction से ज़्यादा दूर लेके चले गई, and that is what happened to me basically. And like धीरे धीरे मैं out of touch चला गया ज़िंदगी से, and I was just like, yeah, this is my happy place. Being alone is my happy place. So yeah, that's all it was.
do you still feel ki being alone is the right thing for you, or do you feel ki being with people is better after this phase? I mean, after you went through this entire self isolation and your dark phase, तेरे को लगता है कि it is good to be with people?
It's not about more being like alone and being with people. It's more about, feeling self-sufficient. Ki, like, what you did was right. So you should stand and fucking move forward and keep on grinding. Like, keep on, like, taking care of yourself and self-worth पे ध्यान देना. And instead of, like, there's this, like, दो चीज़ें होती हैं उस चीज़ में. एक होता है, staying alone कि, like, मेरे से कुछ नहीं होगा. Like, everything feels hopeless. And there are, like, people who are still alone, but they're self-sufficient. They know what they're doing is right and what is wrong. Get my point? So it's more about being, self-sufficient for yourself, rather than, being with people and, being alone and stuff. मेरे हिसाब से इन दोनों के बीच में बैलेंस होना is the best thing that you can do for yourself.
I mean, जिसने अभी बोला था, right? Being self-sufficient and फिर मतलब people को, I mean, some people over there like who are alone and self-sufficient, and so like वो that is basically the Batman phase, I mean,
Yeah.
मैं इसको joke नहीं कर रहा, but it's just something serious because it's something that happened to me. I was like, bro, मैं अकेला ही सब ठीक हूँ. ये मेरा बैटमैन फेज सच्ची देखा जाए तो ये मेरा 5th स्टैंडर्ड वगैरह से हुआ था. आई हैव सम सिमिलर स्टोरीज बट नॉट एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर, सम सिमिलर ग्राउंड. मतलब मेरा काइंड ऑफ एंड रिजल्ट ऐसे ही आता है. तो दैट इज हाउ माई थिंग इट हैपेंड. 5th में उस एज में से एट अ वेरी टेंडर एज आई हैड टू आई सॉ सम रियल वियर्ड शिट. मैं वो चीज़ें कभी ना कभी एक दिन पॉडकास्ट पे ओपन अप होगा, बट राइट नाउ आई डोंट थिंक इट्स द बेस्ट टाइम. So जो थिंग था, राइट, आई हैड माई माइंड सेट का, माई माइंड सेट वॉज टू जस्ट बी अलोन. मैं अकेला ही ठीक हूँ भाई, मैं अकेला ही सबसे बेस्ट हूँ, मैं सब ये सब कर सकता हूँ, मैं
I
वन मैन
understand.
काइंड ऑफ जो फेज होता है वो सब
Yeah.
था. I mean, it is never bad. Obviously, you need to experience these things to come out of it. But I just want to say one thing कि it is not advisable to stay in that phase forever, because जो movies में दिखाते हैं, right, कि वो जो एक बंदा रहता है पूरा
Yeah.
अकेला रहता है.
It's still fiction though. It's still
हाँ,
fiction.
it's fiction. And इवन इन बैटमैन बीइंग अ फिक्शनल कैरेक्टर, उन्होंने वो उसमें ये उस चीज़ पे बहुत बार लाइट डाला है और उन्होंने उस चीज़ को एड्रेस किया है कि इवन दो ही इज़ अ गाय हु बिलीव्स ही शुड बी अलोन, देयर जस्ट पीपल रेडी टू बैक हिम अप बिकॉज दे नो, एंड इवन बैटमैन हिमसेल्फ, द कैरेक्टर ऑफ बैटमैन नोज कि मैं सब कुछ अकेले कर नहीं सकता, या मैं अकेला ही पूरा टाइम रहूँगा तो मेरे लिए बहुत डिफिकल्ट होगा.
That's what I'm
तो
saying. Balance is important. दोनों
yeah,
में
so
ही.
that balance is important. Something I want to highlight again. मैं जानबूझ के डिस्क वापस खोला क्योंकि I wanted to highlight on this particular जो अभी हमने बोला. Because the thing is right, मैंने ये चीज़ 2020 2019 एंड 2020 स्टार्ट में देखा था. मेरे कुछ तो एक दो तीन क्लोज फ्रेंड्स थे. They were trying to get into this phase and I was like, bro, मत जाओ तुम लोग. जो तुम, because they were like, ये भाई मैं अकेला ही ठीक हूँ, मेरा अकेला ही ऐसा सब ठीक है, मेरे को किसी का ज़रूरत नहीं है. मैं बोला कि जो तुम लोग कर रहे हो ना भाई, वो 4 दिन का नाटक है, परसों तुम लोग को याद आएगा.
अपने आप ही
मैंने
आ
मुंह-
जाता है.
मैं वही बोला था कि तुम लोग को ये याद आएगा. और दे वर लाइक, नहीं मेरे को किसी का ज़रूरत नहीं, ये नहीं है. मैं बोला भाई, वो ड्रामा उस आदमी के सामने मत करो जो उस फेज में से पहले ही जा चुका है.
जा चुका है.
वही
It's true.
उनके सामने मत करो बिकॉज आई नो व्हाट इज द एंड रिजल्ट इज गोइंग टू बी. तो obviously you should go through that phase because you need to experience that one taste of darkness maybe, because जब वो आता है तब you get sense of things. But what I want to highlight again, ये बोलने के बाद मेरे को highlight ये करना है कि it is important to get back to reality because जो वो phase होता है, it is a phase, it is a fictional phase created by your own mind, or maybe because of your traumas you have created that phase. But going back to reality is way more important than it, because fiction में दिखाना कि a person can survive because of that particular
Yeah.
mindset or because of that reality that distorted reality जो उन्होंने बनाया है, it is possible because that is a fictional character. But in real life, अगर if you are planning on doing that, obviously try to taste that particular side of yours,
But
try
just
to
don't go
understand
too
कि
much into it. Like, don't fucking just
yeah,
go inside and just never come out of it. Nah, that's
yeah, that is
that's
what we
harmful.
mainly want to focus on.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, that was a very serious discussion. Moving on to the next and final segment of this particular episode. तो मुझे
Yeah.
मुझे नहीं, to the audience, what is
Yes.
that one piece of advice you might want to give? I mean, ये तो हमने अभी एक दिया था, but something other than that, अगर तेरे पास में कुछ है तो.
Honestly, the one advice I want to honestly give is it's not actually an advice, it's basically a fact. First know your worth, honestly. Be at least not as in self-sufficient, like कि मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि बहन चोद बिल्कुल ऐसे बन जाओ कि like हाँ भाई हमें कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है किसी बंदे की ना. Become self-sufficient, be happy with what you have, honestly. Be happy with what you have and keep on working on yourself, man. You can still become better. And even I'm not the greatest, honestly. I'm not the first guy who has said that, but still it is actually true. Work on yourself and you'll become a better version of yourself. And who knows, man, your life will actually will become better. Who knows? That's all it is.
Yeah. So on that note, we're ending this episode. Quite intense, but I think ये intensity का ज़रूरत था. And well, this episode is also available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts, so you can check it out. जहाँ भी तुम लोगों को करना है. And that was Stans, aka Pranav, with us. I mean, I think this episode it was Pranav more than Stans.
Yes,
So,
sir.
yeah, bro. Yeah, so thank you, bro, for coming on the episode. Now it's time to wrap up things, and bye bye.